Most people are programmed to fail when it comes to fat loss. And listen, if you stick with me in this video, I'm gonna share with you exactly what to do so that you can finally start to lose weight and keep it off for good, okay? Listen, hey, if you're new to me, first off, welcome to the video. My name is Kyle Settles, and hey, I've been in the fitness industry for over a decade, okay? I've opened many successful gyms, and I've helped thousands of people lose weight and keep it off for good, okay? And listen, that includes myself. At one point in my life, I was 100 pounds overweight. I was addicted to alcohol. I was lost. I was confused. I was a loser, but I completely turned it all around, okay? And I promise you, if you stick with me, so can you, okay? Now listen, before we get started, if you guys are looking to join a community, okay, down below, hit the link, join my Skool. If you're looking for a coach, someone you can talk with live, listen, one of the biggest things that will change your life when it comes to anything, especially fitness, fat loss, or business, money, it doesn't matter, is changing up your environment. Most people's environment is just shit, okay? Most people are hanging around with other people or the same people that don't want what they have. So they're in this environment of just like toxicity, okay? Listen, join the Skool, and I promise you it'll change your life, okay? Now listen, let's get into the video, okay? Now, I wanna go over something real quick. Remember, there's 3 things that we focus on this channel, okay? Fit within. What does fit within mean? Okay, it means everything on the outside, your body, your bank account is a reflection of what's going on the inside, what's going on in the mind. So listen, there's 3 things that we focus on. Number 1 is gonna be mindset, guys. Mindset, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. Number 2 is skill set, okay? You gotta have skill sets through repetition, right? Whether it be shooting a basketball, whether it be sales, whether it be understanding calories, you gotta have skill sets, guys. And then number 3 is gonna be habits, right? Our habits, we are nothing but one big habit. That's all we are, literally. 95% of you is a habit. Like we're on autopilot all day long. All of our thinking, all of our actions are happening without us even thinking about it. It's all unconscious, okay? So these are the main 3 things that we talk about. Now the biggest one is gonna be awareness. You gotta have awareness. All you are is awareness, okay? Awareness and one big habit, okay? But if you don't have awareness on mindset or what mindset is, or awareness of skill sets or awareness of habits, you're kind of just floating. You're doing everything blindly, okay? Now listen, I wanna go over in this video today mindset, okay? And most people think when it comes to mindset that I'm talking about just being motivated. Motivation is bullshit. Motivation is great, but it's bullshit, okay? It wears off fast, okay? We all know, as cliche as it sounds, you gotta be disciplined. Discipline is what? Just giving yourself a command and actually following through with it. And most people know what to do to make more money, know what to do to lose weight. They know what to do. I knew what to do, right? When I was 100 pounds overweight, I knew what I should be doing. I just didn't know why I wasn't doing what I knew I should be doing. I didn't know why I wasn't consistent. And then I would blame it on everything. I would blame it on everyone and everything. It was never my fault, okay? But once I finally took responsibility and I started to learn these things that I'm gonna share with you, everything changed. I became a different Kyle. I became a different person, okay? And when I became a different person, I got new results, okay? If you don't change, nothing changes, okay? But today I wanna go over mindset. I wanna go over this template or this idea that completely changed my life and the way that I thought and what I focused on. And it's so simple. It's so simple. But through repetition of what I'm about to share with you, I promise you, it'll change everything, especially when it comes to fat loss or fitness or relationships or your career, anything, guys. Okay, first off, once I understood that everything just is, like, listen, there's only a couple truths. Okay, one of the absolute truths is everything just is. Okay, you can call this energy, you can call this God, you can call this Buddha, it doesn't matter. We're all talking about the same thing, but everything just is, okay? That's one truth. And then you have this other truth, the laws of the universe, which we'll go over in a different video, but there's laws to the universe, okay, that aren't man-made, that you can't break, okay? everything in between everything in between is and the laws of the universe is all man-made, is all just a construct, right? It's just an idea that came from other humans, other people. And most of the time, most people just live in these boxes. Think about it when it comes to fitness or nutrition. You're a carnivore, or you're a vegan, or you're this, or you're that. Stop with the boxes. Stop with the boxes and start to have more understanding. And I promise you, right, after you watch this, after I share with you this, it'll change everything. Because when you have more understanding, you have more at ease. You're at ease, right? You can actually start to create. You can actually start to attract the things that you want into your life. So listen, everything is, okay? You've got negative, you've got positive, okay? And it's up to you what you choose. Negative or positive, okay? There's polarity in everything. There's positive with everything. There's negative with everything. A positive and a negative, there has to be a positive and a negative for it to exist in the first place, guys, okay? And again, we're talking about mindset, what you focus on, okay? Listen, most people are in a state of ignorance, okay? What is ignorance? Ignorance is just not knowing, okay? If you don't know something, let's apply this to nutrition. If you don't know macros, if you don't understand calories, how much protein you should be taking in a day, how much lean body mass you have, right? If you don't understand some of these basic things, fundamental things when it comes to fat loss, you're always going to be in a state of ignorance. And that just means it's just not knowing. But what does that create? Ignorance creates what? Ignorance creates doubt and worry, right? You start to doubt yourself. You start to worry, right? You start to worry. And listen, if I don't understand this and then I go to do something, I'm going to doubt myself. I'm not going to believe in myself, and I'm going to just be in a state of worry, okay? Which is no good. But what does that create? So ignorance creates doubt and worry, and then doubt and worry creates this thing called fear, right? You start to believe in something that doesn't even exist, right? That's all fear is, right? It's believing in something, false evidence. I forget what it means, but believing in something that's not even there. But it all came from what? Doubt and worry. And the doubt and worry came from ignorance, just not knowing. Okay? Now, what does fear cause? Fear causes anxiety. And if I were you guys too, I would be writing this down. Write this down nice and neat on a piece of paper, right? So you impress the mind so you understand this, right? Because later on, when you do feel doubt and worry, or you do have fear, or you do have anxiety, you're going to be able to work yourself out of it, okay? You're going to have more understanding, and we're going to get to that in a second. But what is anxiety? Anxiety is like, you know what that anxiety is. Anxiety, like that, a state of anxiety does not feel good, right? Your insides, like it'll make you sick, okay? And what do most people do with anxiety? Most people what? Suppress it. Most people will suppress the anxiety, right? Ignore it, right? Push it down. And then what does that cause? That causes depression, okay? And then what does depression cause? Depression is just what you see on the outside doesn't match what it is going on the inside, right? And depression will cause what? Disease. This is what's happening, guys. This is what's happening all day, right? Most people are not, and again, use this with fat loss, use this with relationships, use this with whatever, but most people are in a fearful state. Most people fear what other people think. What do you care what other people think? Your friends, your family, your circle, your people at work, it doesn't matter. Listen, guys, again, it always work your way back up. If you don't know something, if you don't have the understanding, you're going to have doubt and worry. Doubt and worry is going to cause what? Fear. Fear is going to cause anxiety. Anxiety we typically suppress, okay, which causes depression, right? Which then causes disease. So we're making ourselves sick. See, and the crazy thing is, most of this comes from because we're not taught this in school. Most people, I know I was for the longest time, most people are plugged into shit. Okay, if you're plugged into the sad, depressing news, there's some people that keep CNN all day long. keep CNN on TV all day long. So they're watching news all day long. Then they're plugging into shitty ass music and rap music, all these crazy things. Most people are just, and then social media comparing. And you got to remember that social media is like an algorithm, right? So do me a favor, look at your social media. What are you attracting, right? Because again, social media, the algorithm on social media is like your subconscious mind. It's what you're attracting into your life. And most people on social media are just plugged into junk, plugged into shit, right? And that's why most of the world is so chaotic, because we're not taught the most important thing. The most important thing is what? Understanding you. How do we work? How does our mind work? Okay, our subconscious mind. We're not even going to talk about the subconscious mind or conscious mind today. We'll save that for the next video, or you can look on my YouTube channel. But we're just going to talk about this today. But most people are plugged into what their focus is on, right? And where focus goes, your energy flows. Most people are focused on, they're in a fearful state. They're plugged into negative things, or they're focused, they're thinking about what they don't like or what they don't want, which is all coming from this. It's coming from not knowing. What do you not know? Okay, if you're a person that is trying to lose weight, what do you not know, right? Do you not understand macros? Do you not understand how to track calories? Do you not understand how to weigh your food? Do you not understand carbs and fats? Do you not understand how to track or how to grocery shop? What is it that you don't understand, okay? Because something's going on. And I'm telling you right now, if you have ignorance around the fundamentals of energy, food, that you are eating every single day, you're always going to be in a state of doubt and worry, fear, anxiety, suppression, depression. And this is where most people are. Most people, not all, but most of America is out of shape, right? People don't want you to be in the best shape of your life. People don't want you to understand what I'm showing you on the whiteboard, because if you do understand this and you do get in the best shape of your life and you do start to understand your mind and your emotions and what you're focusing on, everything starts to change. You start to become a different person. And guess what? That different person, you attract new things. You become less controllable. Okay, but we got to break the program, guys. That's why I started the video off with that. You got to change your program, but you can't change the program if you don't understand how it's working, okay? So main thing is you need to understand that ignorance is why most people are in this state. Anxieties, depression. Depression, my belief is it's self-caused. It's based on what you are focused on. It's the subconscious algorithm of you, okay, from your belief system that you keep focusing on, right? We have fear, anxiety, all of this shit because we have ignorance, just not knowing around the most important thing in this world, and the most important thing is you. You. Nothing else. You. And when you get better and you fill your cup up, guess what? You can help others, right? Do the same. Okay, so let's talk about the other side. How do you fix this? Well, over here, what's the opposite of ignorance, right? Would be knowing, right? And the only way to know something is through what? Knowledge. Knowledge or study. This is why I always say you got to plug into new people and new information. New people, new information, If you don't plug into new people and new information, all that you are ever going to be is the you that you are right now, okay? And you are a special person. You are God's highest form of creation. But dude, you want to grow. You want to become a different person so that you attract different things, different circumstances, different experiences into your life. Yes or yes? Yes, you do. Knowledge, study, you have to change what you are focusing on. And guess what? Through knowledge and study comes what? We start to gain understanding. Understanding. Okay? It's the opposite of doubt and worry. If I'm studying macros and understanding the energy that I'm putting into my body, and I understand how many calories I should be putting in, what my budget is, how much protein, if I understand these basics, these fundamentals, Guess what? I have understanding. And then what does understanding give me? Understanding gives me confidence, okay? Confidence to take action, okay? Actually, this confidence would be right here next to it, right? It would be confidence, understanding. So knowledge and study gives you what? Understanding, which gives you confidence. And then guess what? Which gives you faith. Faith is what? Again, the opposite of fear, believing in something that's not even there. Faith and fear are the same thing, guys. Believing in something that you can't see, okay? So why wouldn't you believe in you? Why wouldn't you believe in the best? Why wouldn't you believe in a positive? Most people are over here choosing negative, always. This is all they focus on. This is it. And then guess what? You attract more and more of the shit that you don't like into your life. This is what is going on, okay? So knowledge, study, confidence, understanding, faith, and then guess what? Action. Yes, we got to have action, guys. You know, most people will, and action will give you more confidence. But I'm telling you right now, through knowledge and study, understanding and confidence happens, then faith happens, right? You start to believe, right, in something that you can't see. You start to take action, right? You start to create, right? And then you're at ease, okay? Which is the opposite of disease. And this is what is going on, guys. We need to get to this side of the board. Most people are over here in this state. So again, watch this video again. Make sure you guys are taking notes. Everything just is. You need to understand this loud and clear. Everything. Screw politics, screw everything. All of the different things out there. Religion, this, that, like it doesn't matter. Screw it all. Okay, everything is a human construct, okay? Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, okay? There is negative, there is positive. There has to be a negative and a positive for anything to exist. This is, I call it God. Omnipresence, everywhere at all time. Some people call it energy. Science would call it energy. Theology would call it God. But guess what? We're talking about the same thing. And guess what? Everything just is, us humans, based on what we are focusing on, or what environment we're in, or how we were raised, we're constantly focusing on what? Negative or positive. We are brainwashed, we are programmed to be ignorant, to know nothing about how you work. When was the last time someone told you how you worked, how your mind worked? When was the last time anybody wrote this on a whiteboard in front of you and said that you were God's highest form of creation, told you all the faculties that you were born with, what separates you from the animal kingdom, and how special you are, and that you can create whatever reality you want, and that you must break the programming? You must start changing the limiting beliefs that you are holding on to, that you inherited from someone else. You aren't taught this shit. This comes through study, self-help, self-development, plugging into new people and new information, okay? So you must understand that you must break this programming. Stop focusing on everything that you don't like and you don't want. Start focusing on everything that you do want and the way that you do want to feel, and you will start attracting those things into your life, okay? Your state will change, your energy will change, your vibration will change. Everything will start to change if you change what you are focusing on. So listen, guys, I hope this is making sense. Remember, fear and faith is believing in something that you can't see, okay? And if you have the choice to pick one and believe in something that's not there, I would hope that you would choose faith. But you got to break the programming. Remember, I said at the beginning of this video that 95% of you is one big habit. 95% of all of your thinking and your actions are happening below your conscious awareness. You're not even aware of it. It's unconscious behavior, okay? But the only way we can change this is through study, knowledge, okay? which will give us understanding, which will give us confidence, which will give us faith, okay? Which will lead to action, which will lead to creation, which will put you at ease, and you will start attracting the things that you want into your life. You're like, yo, Kyle, what does this have to do with food? Listen, most people know that they should work out. Most people know that they should eat less, that they should burn more calories, okay? But you must understand that it always works from the top down. It always starts with mindset. It is the root cause. Becoming aware is actually first. You must become aware of what you're unaware of. Change the mindset. Listen, our thoughts create our actions, our thoughts create our emotions, our feelings, which lead to actions, which lead to what? Results. So the root cause is awareness of the mind and how we work and what we're focusing on. I can teach you macros all day long, guys. Go down in my school. Search on YouTube, right? It's everywhere. ChatGPT, like anything and everything you need to know. You can order a grocery list. You can order meal prep. You can do all of these things. But if you don't understand how you work and how everything just is, and you are making the circumstances, you are making external things, street lights, cars, people, circumstances in your life bother you based on how you are perceiving it. Your perspective is no good. Your perspective is on fear, doubt, and worry, and it all comes from not knowing, okay? But once you start to understand this, you're like, holy hell, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, how do I want to look at this? How do I want to look at tracking calories, okay? Most people will bitch and complain about tracking calories. What if you just changed your perspective and you come over here and you study, right? And you can only change your perspective through study, through plugging in new people, new information. It's like, wow, okay, I need to track my calories. Why should I track my calories? Okay, I don't have to track my calories for life, but if I track my calories, I start to build this intuition, this understanding of food, protein, carbs, and fats, which will allow me to make better decisions, better choices in my life because I have what? I have understanding now. And guess what? That understanding will give me more confidence, right? It'll give me more confidence, more faith, believing in something that I can't see, right? Which I then take action and I then start to create and then I become at ease. But my point is, guys, you gotta change your perspective, and the only way that you can change your perspective is by plugging into something new. New people, new information. And most people are just blaming and justifying, defending excuses all day long on why they can't do this, why they can't work out, why they can't go for a walk, why they can't take care of themselves, why they can't read a book. All of these things, guys, and again, it comes from this. Rewatch this video, and I promise you, it will 100% change your life. But you're gonna have to watch this again. You need to write this down, study it, look at it, understand it. Just watching this video once is not going to do shit. It will not do anything. It might bring some awareness, yes. It might wake you up a little bit, yes. Only through repetition. Watch this video, write this down over and over and over, and the next thing you know, you start to realize, holy smokes, when I change the way I look at something, that something that I'm looking at starts to change. You change your perspective. And right now, you're programmed over and over, autopilot, every Monday, every Tuesday. It's the same shit. So listen, if this makes sense to you, comment down below. If it doesn't make sense, comment down below. What are you struggling with? How's your perspective? Do you notice your programming? What are you focusing on? Are you in this state of fear, anxiety, depression? Are you suppressing all of these things? And ask yourself, what is it that you are ignorant about? What is it that you don't know? Okay? And ask yourself this, whether it be fat loss again or anything. Right now we're talking about fat loss, but what is it that you don't know? What is fear? What are you fearful of? What's holding you back? Okay? because you have the power, the choice to take that is, whatever it is, and turn it right into a positive. Okay? Period. And then guess what? Through repetition, everything changes. So listen, guys, I hope you like this video. I'm so passionate about this because this changed my life. Again, I was 100 pounds overweight. Soon as I started to self-development, soon as I started to understand me and how I worked and the programming and the subconscious mind, I automatically started to do things differently. All the things that I didn't want to do, working out, tracking my food, saying no to going out on a Friday, whatever it was, everything became so much easier to change and work on myself and become the version of me that I always wanted. And now, loving life. Let's go. So listen, guys, again, hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the link down in the description. Join the Skool. It's completely free right now. Not for long, though. And again, comment down below. If it didn't make sense, so what? Let me know. If it does make sense, let me know. I'll make it again and I'll explain it in a different way. But I hope to see you guys on the next video. Talk soon. Peace.